Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how you can shop smarter to get more value for your dollar. The first thing we want to talk about, you need to lay out a plan and you need to kind of be clear about what it is that you're doing in terms of the budget that you have, the value that you want to get for the dollars you spend, and then what it is you're going to search for in terms of purchases. So the first thing you always want to do is you want to check anything that you buy against your lifestyle. That's really, really important. You want to make sure that whatever it is you purchase is going to work for you. So I know a lot of times we can get caught up. We're on social media. We're on the socials, as my daughter calls them. You see people on Instagram. You see things that look good on someone else, things that look like, oh, she seems to really enjoy that. But you need to always check with yourself and make sure it's something that's going to work for you. If you know you are not a moto jacket girl, baby, there's no need for you to go shopping for moto jackets. There's no need for you to buy moto jackets. If you know you're a person that's not into jewelry, there's no need for you to be stressing yourself out about how to find the best value for the jewelry that you want to purchase. You're not into jewelry. So always just stay true to yourself. That sounds so like cliche, but always check against your own lifestyle. Check whatever it is you think you want, whatever desire you have floating around in your head, check it against your lifestyle because it may not work for you. If you know you work in corporate America, baby, you cannot wear ripped up jeans. You cannot wear trousers that have a cutout on the side. It's not going to work for your lifestyle. Now, if you work in corporate, but you also know that every weekend you do the John Travolta thing and you make it happen, then okay, maybe it does still work for your lifestyle. But just always be sure to check that first. Keep that in mind and don't lose yourself. Another way for you to shop smarter is with your skincare. So this is one of those things that I always say fits well into well into a woman's life who is mindful about her wardrobe. You also want your skin, your nails, your hair to look good too, but you can shop those things and be smart about them as well. So I'm going to tell you guys about Meaningful Beauty, which is a skincare line co-created by supermodel Cindy Crawford and French dermatologist Dr. Jean-Louis Sabat. The brand offers a range of products designed to rejuvenate and nourish skin. So I've been using the Deluxe 7-piece skincare system. So the Deluxe Face and Neck Skincare System elevates your skincare routine by addressing both facial and neck concerns. Y'all know the neck concerns as you start to get a little bit older. So I'm going to tell you about the 7-piece system and everything that I got in my packet. I got the Youth Activating Melon Serum, the Anti-Aging Day Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Sunscreen. You know, the sunscreen is super important, ladies. You have to wear sunscreen. I got the Age Recovery Night Cream with retinol. This was one of my favorites. I really like this a lot. I think retinol is super important to work into your skincare routine. I also got the Lifting Eye Cream. It's an advanced formula. I like this one as well. Y'all know I struggle with my under eye. That's one of my problem areas. So this lightweight, gentle cream helps soothe and smooth the fragile eye area, diminishing the look of fine lines, wrinkles, and dark circles. So that was another one of my favorites. It also came with a skin softening gentle cleanser, which I've been using day and night, a glowing serum, and a skin brightening décolleté and neck treatment. This little tool, my favorite. I have fallen, we are in love. We're in love. We're in a relationship, but I love this little tool. It's the Skin Renewing Facial Tool, and it's designed to work with the serums that come with the 7-piece system. And it promotes radiant, healthy looking skin. There's 9 levels of heat plus a facial massage, and they combine that with red light therapy. So you'll see revitalized skin and a reduced appearance of puffiness. And when I tell you guys, so I'll do my whole system and then I do this like especially on my smile lines and like gently around the outer corners of my eye. And then my forehead lines, I love this so much. I feel like I can see an immediate difference. My skin, it just looks smooth. The lines are less visible. It really, I love this. And I've never used anything like this before or any red light therapy, but this has made me change my mind and I have fallen in love. Meaningful Beauty offers women an easy, curated system of products for radiant and beautiful skin at every age. Not to defy aging, but to feel comfortable and confident in their own skin. Order now for 25% off the introductory deluxe system plus 2 free full-size gifts. That's a $300 value for just $59.96. All the links will be down below in the description box as well as in the QR code on the screen. And again, I want to thank Meaningful Beauty for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Next up, you want to always consider your cost per wear. I've talked about it in many of the styling videos that I do here, but cost per wear is super important. It's not always about the dollar amount that you spend. It really is not. If you have a budget that allows you to buy a $20,000 bag and you're going to wear that bag 4 times a week, then that cost per wear will work out for you and your budget and your life. If you know that something you like costs, let's say $5,000 and you really want it, you have the money to buy it, but you're going to wear it once a year, you have to kind of then start to think about the cost per wear. Is it worth it for you at that point? And that's something that you have to weigh. No one else can answer that for you, but I think it's really important for you to consider that. You can buy a pair of shoes that cost $120, but you may really wear those shoes 2 times a week. You may wear them over an entire season. You may be able to wear them during spring and summer and get your cost per wear out of them. They may be in a style that will work beyond the trendy, moment that the shoe is having. You may be able to wear it next year, the year after that. In that instance, of course, then that cost per wear is going to work for you. So it's not so much just, is it expensive? Is it not? It's really the cost per wear. And remember, when you see things that are cute, you don't always have to get it because it's cute. It might be cute on her, it might be cute on the hanger, it might be cute on you, but it may not be worth it for you to make that kind of purchase. So I think that's another thing that is super important. And if you don't understand cost per wear or you're unclear, let's just say, for instance, you buy something that costs $100. Let's just keep the math simple. $100, right? You wear it 5 times. Essentially, it's cost you $20 each time you've worn it. If you buy something for $100, you wear it 10 times, it's cost you $10 for each time you've worn it. So just try to think of things in those terms. I think it'll make it a little easier. And again, it's not about price point. It really is about your budget, your lifestyle, and how many times you're going to wear it and how much value you're going to get out of it every time you wear it. If it's an item that you just love, you're not going to wear it as often, but it's one of those pieces that's just a forever piece and you're only going to wear it 7 or 8 times a year and you can afford that cost per wear being as high as it is, then boom, it works for you. But consider it. That will help you stay away from purchases that just sit in your house, that just sit in your closet. And this is not just for clothes. This can be for electronics, the television, the laptop, the iPad. How many of us have? We got the big screen TV, we got the iMac computer, we got the laptop, we got the iPad, we got the mini iPad, we got the Kindle reader. Do you need all of those? Are you using all of those in a way that allows you to get the cost per wear or cost per use? So just try to think of it that way. I like for y'all to look good and feel good, and I think you can do it on any budget, but I do think it's also really important for you to manage your money, and it's super important for you to feel like you get value out of the things that you spend your money on. I talk a lot about building your wardrobe and kind of making sure that, you have a wardrobe that works for you, and cost per wear weighs heavily when you are deciding on what to spend your dollar on and what not, and you always want to get the most value for your dollar. So we cannot control the price of eggs. We cannot, as much as we would love to. Many kids didn't have Easter egg hunts this year. But you can always control the value that you get for your dollar. And remember, again, it's not about the dollar amount. It does not have to be $4.99. It can be $4,000, and you can get your cost per wear out of it, and boom, it works for you. So cost per wear, keep that in mind. Now, to be a little more specific here, we're going to get into some clothing tips that you can take into the stores with you or take online with you while you're shopping to make sure you're getting the best value. So you want to look at things like lining when you're buying items. For instance, this dress that I'm wearing now, right? It's got this kind of thinness to it, a thinner material. It's very flowy. It's lightweight, but it is lined. If this were not lined, that would be a whole different conversation, because then you have to worry about undergarments. You have to worry about, is too much going to be showing? Is this really something that I can wear and feel comfortable in? Is this going to launder well? If I wash it, is it going to just ball up into a crinkly ball because there's no lining, there's no structure? Is it going to be itchy on my skin? So I think things like lining help a lot because they're just an extra step. And it doesn't have to be, again, something that's super, super pricey, but the lining will definitely help you in terms of choosing an item that's going to be a little more valuable for the amount of money that you pay for it. So things like lining matter a lot. And it doesn't have to be always fully lined. There's things where they're partially lined and that will work. It depends on the item. Some things need to be fully lined, but you want to take that into consideration. You can look at things like that when it comes to coats and jackets. And then also, like I said, items like this, like dresses, skirts, particularly pants, you want to take that into consideration. You know, also when you have like a pair of white pants and they're unlined and they're super, super thin and you can see the pocket, those kind of little things. If it's what you need at the moment, if it's what you can afford and it works for you, it's okay. But if you want something that gives you a little bit more value, you might want to choose a pair that has lining in it, and then you'll get a more seamless look and it will work easier for you in terms of styling it, and it'll look nicer. The next thing I want to touch on, this is also regarding clothing, but you want to look for structure in items and you want to look for weight. Okay, I do a lot of talking on here about dupes and things that can work in the place of other things. However, you do want to take into consideration structure. When you look at a very well tailored, let's just say like a trench coat, for instance, or a heavy coat for winter, you take into consideration the structure of that garment. The shoulders, the stitching, the structure of it in terms of how it lays on your body. Is it going to hold its shape once you put it on, or does it just look good on the hanger? So that's something that I think is also very important. Recently, I purchased a skirt. It was so cute. I ordered it online because it looked great on the model. When I got it here, I could not make it work. When I tell you I was tucking and pulling and tying, and then I thought about having it tailored, and it was just the weight of it. It had this like big kind of flowery thing on the side, but the weight of that added piece on the side was dragging the entire skirt down. So I couldn't keep the thing up on my waist, even though it had elastic in the waistband. So the structure of it was not something that would keep its shape. And so then I couldn't show off the garment in the way that I wanted to. It was beautiful when it was on a hanger, right? But on the body, it just looked a mess. Even so much so that when I returned it, because I bought it online, but I returned it in store, and the girl was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know we sold this. I was like, it's cute. And she was holding up, she was like, this is so cute. What was wrong? And I was like, it doesn't hold the shape. It won't stay up. And she was like, maybe you can get a smaller size. I'm like, baby, this is a small. And if I get it any shorter, we're going to have Boss Hog after me because it's going to be giving Daisy Dukes. We can't do that. So take into consideration the weight and the structure. And if a garment is made from a fabric that's heavier, you definitely want it to also have shape and structure because the weight of the fabric is going to pull it down. So you want it to keep its shape. You guys have seen those blazers that are super well tailored, like the blazer that I have. That's like a dupe of the Hourglass blazer. It's so well made. The sharpness of the shoulder pads, baby, they do not move. You hear me? They like the girl with the Gorilla Glue in her hair. It don't move. The waistline is perfect. It never sways. It's not ever going to not have that cinch to it. The buttons are structured really well. The fabric is just stiff enough so that it holds its shape. So you want to keep that in mind. There's a lot of times where you see something, you can feel it. You can pick it up and feel it and touch it. And when you put it on, you can see that the shape isn't there. Trust me, it's not worth trying to make it work because it's going to look frumpy. It's not going to look nice. It's not going to look nice. You're going to look like you're disheveled, and you don't want to do that. So again, not always about the price point. It's not always about the price point, but you do want to consider shape, structure, and then the weight of the fabric. These are just tips, baby. I'm just offering you the tips. Now I'm going to talk about some specific items that I have that I feel like are great examples of how you can get the best value for your dollar and shop smarter. So the first thing here is, I've talked about these a lot, but I'm going to show them. These are these sunglasses. These sunglasses are great. You know how I know that? Because I can see where they are soldered together here. It's really smooth. It looks good. The hardware is nice. It's not going to tarnish. It has a little bit of weight to it, so I can tell it's not something that's flimsy. This is also really well made in terms of the arms. I can feel it. When I pull it, it's not going to lose its shape and have it wonky on my face. I'm not going to have to be trying to squeeze the sunglasses back into shape. So something like this is an example of how you can shop smarter. I found these on sale, on a great sale. I've told you guys about them so many times. They are full price still in retail stores, but I found them at the outlet on sale. That is something where if I were to find these glasses in the retail store at full price, I would still consider purchasing them because it's going to be value for dollar. Those are extremely well made sunglasses. So then I know, okay, if I spend this much money, I'm not losing out. I'm still getting the value for what these sunglasses are. I'm going to wear them probably 4 times a week, every week throughout the spring, throughout the summer, and you know I'm in Florida, so probably beyond. But for me, that would be a smart purchase. Finding them at a discounted rate was even better. That was just a bonus. But what I want to point out is that the value of them is there, and so you have to take that into consideration as well. Now, there are times when that's not what you want to do. You know, you're out at the beach, you forgot your sunglasses, you just want to run into the little side shop and just pick up a pair of sunglasses that are $9.99. Perfectly okay, because in that instance, you're still shopping smart. You're getting the value for them. You're probably not going to wear them beyond that day or maybe 2 or 3 other times, but for $9.99, you know what I mean? You're getting your value. So just little things like that, little things like that. And I think that's really, really important because sometimes people get caught up so much on the price tag. And it's not all about the price tag. Even when you talk about comparing something that is very, very expensive versus something that is less expensive, you can't say just because it's very, very expensive, it's not worth it. Because what all goes into that price point? And I'm not talking about being foolish, okay? We're not talking about that. But when you're shopping smart, you have to take all of those things into consideration and you really have to weigh them. This could be with something like a condo you choose to purchase, a vehicle you choose to purchase. Maybe the vehicle costs $10,000 more than another one, but this vehicle may have something that's really important and works for your lifestyle. And so for you, the value of it is there. That's what I mean when I say shopping smarter. Okay, I want to talk about something in particular and I want to show you some examples. So, what's the theme of this video? Shopping smarter to get better value for your dollar. So, I'm going to show you guys 2 hats. This hat, you see? Ruslan Baginski. Love it, love it, love it. It's black, neutral color. I'm going to get a lot of wear out of it. I love the diamonds on it, the crystallization. It's beautiful. It's trendy, but it also has a shape to it that is, I want to say it's trendy because a lot of people are wearing the hat now and have been for the last few years, but it has a shape that is timeless, in my opinion. You can always pull this off, right? That hat was almost $400. However, I wear that hat out. Do you understand what I'm saying? I wear it out. I wear it to death. I wore it 2 days ago to go see the movie Centers with my daughter. Why? Because I like the hat and it was cute with my outfit. I was just going to the movies and then we went to eat after, but I wore my hat. I wear it during the day. I wear it at night. I wear it with dresses. I wear it with pants. I wear it with jeans. I wear that hat. So for me, I've already gotten my cost per wear out of it and I'm going to continue to wear it. Like I said, it's kind of timeless in the shape of it and then it's in this nice solid color. Now, we all know Cowboy Carter, chokehold. The Western thing is here. It's in our faces. We cannot get away from it. I, at first, was like, nah, that's really not my thing. But then the more and more I saw it, and I was like, ooh, that'll look cute if I had a Western hat with this outfit. Ooh, that would be cute. So I wanted a hat. Now, this brand, they make beautiful hats. They are superbly made. They're excellent quality. They have an amazing size range. I know I have a little pea head. This is actually an extra small. It fits me perfectly. I could not wear the small. I already know it would be too big. It would be down on my ears, or the medium, etc. But I love that they have the size ranges available and they make great quality hats. Okay, so I looked for a Western style hat there and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to spend $300, $400, $500 on the Western hat because it's more trendy. I'm going to wear it less frequently, right? Fewer times than I would wear this style hat. So I found something that worked for me. my lifestyle so that I could get my cost per wear. So I found this hat by a different brand that worked. So it's still a Western hat. It's gonna be washed out. I'm gonna pull it. You see, this is the color, the actual color of it. It's like this kind of yellowish color, like a light yellow color, which is also trendy. But I love the hat. I've only worn it one time, but for me to find this style hat that I still love, let me show y'all. See it? So for me, I love the hat, right? It's super, super cute. The color work, I could wear it with what I have on today. And yes, I still have the tag on it, mind your business. But for me, I did not want to spend that kind of money on this hat. But what I did know that I wanted, right? Something that worked with my wardrobe and something that I felt was valuable enough for me to spend the money on it in a certain price range. So this hat is very well structured. It's very well made. It's stiff, like look. You see what I mean? It's going to keep its shape. It's sturdy. It's not like a little like throwaway type hat. I love this detailing here on the top. All of that was important to me. This hat was like $100. It might have been like $99. It might have been $89 or $99. But the difference between, let's just say $100 hat and a $400 hat, I still got my value for both of them. I still shopped smart for both of them. So that's another way for me to show you guys what I mean when I say it's not about the dollar amount per se. You just have to be really, really smart about your money. These are hard times. Listen, don't be foolish trying to be cute for some strangers who will never see you again. Be smart with your money. And I think something like this is a really good example of how you can do that. This works perfectly for me. It still has that little dangly piece, just like the Ruslan Baginski hat does. I'm still getting the same look. It's still a great hat. It's well made. It's structured. I'm going to have it forever. I can store it safely, keep it clean. I can pull it out again when this Western trend comes back around and has us in a chokehold for a second time, because you know the trends are cyclical. It will come back around. But this works so well for me. And it was much, much cheaper. The hat that I wanted to get from this brand, that hat is like $580. So for me to wear that hat, let's just say 3 times, 4 times before I put it back in the closet, that doesn't make any sense for me. Now, baby, if that's where your dollars are and that kind of cost per wear works for you, then have at it. But for me, this is what works. So I just wanted to point that out to show you a real life example of what it is that I'm saying. When I'm saying to you guys, you know, shop smarter. Get the value for the items that you purchase. Get the value for your dollar. It's super important. It's not always simply about, is this a cute item? Is this name brand? Is this the it piece? Get what works for you. And I hope you guys really, really take this stuff to heart, because it does matter. You don't want to be foolish with your funds. That's not cute. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out the links down below in the description box. Once again, we want to thank Meaningful Beauty for sponsoring today's video. And until next time, y'all, bye.